Hello, everyone, and happy Father's Day to those who celebrate. We're back with a brand new episode of Magical Melodies, and it starts right now. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, Kevin Kiley. Thank you so much for being here. We are back with a brand new episode of Magical Melodies. First of all, I want to say happy Father's Day to all who celebrate and who are celebrating in another place. We are with you, we are thinking about you, and sending love and happiness to all. We have a really incredibly fun show set up for today. I hope everyone is not having the Sunday scaries because we don't do that here. This is our safe spot. I have one of my really good friends, Lucia White, backstage. She's going to come on very soon, and we're going to have a whole conversation. It's going to be a moment, as it usually is, between her and I, but stay tuned. So before I bring her out, we gotta chip the tea as we do. So let's see what we got going on in Disney World news. So number one, of course, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, that which right now kind of seems to be always broken. But hey, previews are for previews. But for those that don't know, that is gonna officially open to the public on June 28th, and I've heard some really good things about it, and it looks freaking amazing from what I've seen. So I'm very excited to get to ride that, whenever that may be. Um, Also, in Disney Springs, we have a new drone show that opened on May 24th and it runs through September 2nd. So if anybody has seen it, let me know because I'm very curious. I've seen like little clips and videos here and there, but it looks amazing. Just saying. Okay, like I spoke about last time, we kind of talked about Communicore Hall opening. Well, it officially opened on June 10th. I literally was there last weekend and I missed it by a singular day. Okay, that's not even right. But I did get to walk by it in Epcot, and let me tell you, it literally looks so beautiful. And I saw that they had a stage there. I didn't know that it was going to be for Encanto. Apparently, they're doing an Encanto sing along show from June 10th through September 6th. So if you are there during that time and you have time, check it out because it looks amazing. Um, One of my favorites, The Lion King, is celebrating its 30th anniversary. So Disney's Animal Kingdom is celebrating the 30th anniversary of The Lion King. There's special menu items, there's merchandise, and a bunch of fun themed activities that they don't always have, which is really cool. And last but not least, has anybody seen Inside Out 2 yet? Anybody? Let me know, and let me know how it was if you have. But from Disney Pixar's Inside Out, we have Joy, who is now meeting in Pixar Plaza and Hollywood Studios. Now, she was always meeting in Epcot, kind of by where Figment was, but I think this is a secondary location for her, which is pretty freaking cool. I love Joy. Um, no pun intended on that one. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday so far, and I'm so excited to be here. Let me know how your weekend has been in the comments below, please. And like I mentioned, so last weekend I was in Disney World. I forgot to mention that on my last episode because I got so involved in the conversation of the show, but it was literally amazing. It was so hot, but it was so worth every second of it. But like I said, it's like I literally missed Tiana's Bayou Adventure previews by like a day or two. I missed Communicore literally by a day, but it's okay. Something to look forward to when I go back there. I did notice that they had a couple of new things that it looked like they were like testing out or working on kind of. So I don't know what that's about, but it was in Epcot and it was kind of by the area. So maybe aside from just Encanto, they may have even more exciting things coming. who knows? You never know with Disney. It's always a surprise until it isn't anymore. But my friend, so our guest today, she's been my friend for a very long time. We've met literally in high school doing theater, good old Hairspray. And she is amazing. She is one of the best people I know. She's one of my close friends, and I'm so happy that she's here today. So without further ado, we're gonna welcome my girl Lucia White to the show. The Queen. Hey. First of all, thank you for being here today.
Of course, anytime to spend with you.
Miss you so much. Okay, let's tell the folks. So I was literally in Florida last week where the Queen lives, and guess what I didn't see? Why is that?
Me. I've been on a whirlwind of an adventure the last couple of weeks. Memorial Day weekend, I did the Disney College program so many years ago. We're not even going to say how long. But my roommates and I from the college program went on the Wish Memorial Day weekend. And then we stayed for about a week at the Riviera. It was wonderful. Never stayed there before. It has its qualms, but at the end, I learned to appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And then while you were here last week, I decided to get on another cruise. I was on a Bahama cruise on Royal Caribbean with my roommates. So I missed your arrival to the magical land, and I know that my presence was missed on your behalf.
Yeah, it's never the same without you, just saying.
But I am proud he was able to navigate around without me.
So. I did. Did you have a good time on your vacation?
Yes, they were all amazing. I was so sad to be back at work. You got to make the money to keep going on those.
Right. Work hard, play harder. Thank you very much. So since we're in it, let's talk a little bit about those Disney cruises. So which one was your most recent one that you went on?
So the most recent Disney cruise was the Wish, a 3-day trip to the Bahamas that went to Nassau and to their private island Castaway.
That's your fave.
I love Castaway. 2 cruises ago, we did not get to stop because we had really bad weather, and I literally was so upset the entire day.
I didn't know that. That is sad.
Oh my gosh, we were all stuck on the ship for 4 days. It was crazy.
But you know what? You know,
there's worse places to be stuck.
Exactly. So rewinding a little bit. So you mentioned the Disney College program. So a little bit about that. So last time we were on, I told you guys that my friend that was on last time, she worked at the resorts. Lucia actually worked in the park. So we're going to talk just a little bit about that. So what was the first park that you worked in as a Disney College program?
Yeah, so my first, because I did 2 college programs. My first college program, I was a character attendant. So anytime you go to Disney and you see folks that are with the characters in the blue, they're referred to as blueberries. That's who I was. And my home park was Magic Kingdom. But what's really exciting about being a character attendant is it's a universal role, so you can work in any park. So I did end up working in all of them, but my home base was Magic Kingdom. And I actually got picked to be part of a specialty team of 12 people out of all the attendants on property.
Wow.
To work with Santa Claus at Disney Springs for the holidays. So I spent probably November, December, most of the time in Disney Springs. But that was a really cool experience. I loved it.
That sounds amazing. And yes, that should be a program. I definitely agree on that one. We can do it together. That's awesome. Did you have any specific character over the other that you enjoyed working with better?
I loved working with Goofy. I was with Goofy so much, especially in the circus in Magic Kingdom. And he just has a fun little area, cute little outfit. And he gives the best hugs. And it was just so great to watch him interact with everybody.
He really does give the best hugs. Every single time, it never fails. A hug from Goofy can honestly cure your depression. I stand by what I'm saying. I do. Do you have any funny stories from your college program that you can share with us?
Oh, man. Oh, I do have one, actually. So one time I was working with the 7 Dwarfs for Halloween time. So it was at Mickey's Not So Scary party. And they used to meet way back in the day. Like I said, this is a long time ago.
Yeah.
They met behind the carousel in Fantasyland. And when you are in there, right behind the castle is like a fallout zone. So, they shut down that area. If you ever are like, why can't I get behind the castle 2 hours before or an hour after? They rope it off for your security. So I'm way far out of the fallout zone. I am behind the carousel.
Yeah.
Fireworks are happening. It's magical. And out of the sky, I get hit with the fireworks shell.
Oh my gosh.
Just dead in my head. And I'm like, I just get pooped on by a bird. Like, I don't know. And I'm like in the middle of working, the dwarves, and I'm trying to help people like get in position and all that. And I'm like, what the heck just happened? And then I looked down and I saw the fireworks shell and I was dying. And then I was able to finally make it over to the fireworks staff. And I was like, look what graced my presence all the way out of the fallout zone. And it hit me in the head. And
that would happen to you. That would happen to you.
Who else would that happen to? Not anyone else but me. So.
Okay, can we take a moment to reminisce on the Pretty Princess dress, though? Because I think that was my favorite of yours.
Yes, of course. So my second program, I worked in Fantasyland and merchandise. And I had the beautiful purple princess dress. I did feel like a princess. I felt like Rapunzel's best friend. And what I really loved about that location, so we worked a bunch of the shops in Fantasyland and we got to pixie dust people. So we got trained, we got the wands, and we got to pixie dust people. And it was just so incredibly fun to be able to give that gift to children of all ages. So not even just little kids, but adults and grandparents, and just seeing their faces light up when you would do that for them. Like, it was such an incredible thing that I carry with me always. And like, I love to pixie dust myself. So like, I would go into work and I'd go grab the wand and I'd be like, okay, here we go, pixie dust. And now we can start my shift.
Listen, you have to be fabulous, okay, at all times. Don't play.
If you're in a princess dress, exactly. You have to look the part.
That's honestly one of the questions that I was going to ask you. Like, what is that like, and to be the one to be able to choose, like, this person or whatever, and like pixie dust them? Like, that must be such an amazing feeling to be able to do that, right?
Yeah, Disney has a really great ability to be able to make those magical moments that I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. And they really give cast members a lot of flexibility and being able to do those things in different ways. So pixie dusting, various different things that you could, help give out stickers, get them over to see a character, like all that stuff. So, Disney obviously is known for their customer service, and they really instill that in the training of cast members when you are going through and making sure that you are making these people's vacation super memorable, that they'll be able to talk about it for years to come. And then those memories stay with you too.
They do. No, they do. I mean, I'll never forget, and I've told this story before, and I'm sure you've heard it 100 times, but leading the parade with Snow White at a mere 7-year-old Kevin, like, that's a memory that I literally 20 plus years later still remember and still hold very close to me, because that was special to me. So it's like seeing these things happen to other people, and it's not just kids that get pixie dusted. Like, they make everybody feel included, which is such a special part about them. And like, that's a couple of episodes ago I was talking about being a Disney adult. And like I said, it's like, to each his own. Everybody has their comments, everybody has their things that make them happy. But it's like Disney has such a special, magical way of making, it doesn't matter if you're 1 or 90, like making you feel special in whatever that is, right? And I just find that to be so like magical, because there's a lot of places that are not like that. I'm going to carry glitter in my pocket. So every day is a Disney vacation, as you should. You could pixie dust yourself, do what you got to do. And listen, if somebody bothers you in the store, on the road, pixie dust them.
Right in their face.
Yeah, right in their face. Exactly. So bringing to our next question, what is your favorite memory of being in Disney World? Not necessarily working there, but just in general.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great question. So my mom used to take me like every year growing up. She loved Disney. She instilled my love for Disney at a very young age. But I grew up an only child, and she hated doing rides. So what ended up happening was she would be like, okay, which friend do you want to bring this year? And then like, I would get to bring a friend with me every time I went on vacation to Disney.
That's awesome.
Which was so cool. And I just remember like finally feeling like I have siblings, or like not having to be by myself. And it was really fun to be able to do that. And just to share in that magic, like with my parents too. Like my dad came with me when I was little for a couple times, but like that was something really special that I got to share with my mom throughout our time together. So I look back on those memories a lot.
Yeah. We love Rachel.
We love Rachel.
We love Rachel. Okay, just saying. And Rachel and the scooter, that's a story for a different day.
Oh my God, no! I actually have a really good Disney scooter. Okay, so I was a character attendant. It was Halloween parties are clearly like not my thing. They weren't going well for me. So I decided to let her, my stepdad, and my stepbrother roam the park without me. That was mistake number one. Okay, they did not know how to navigate, and they came to the party that I was working. So I was working with Minnie and Daisy and Donald. They're in their cute little Halloween outfits at the circus. So my mom comes rolling up on her scooter. Beep, 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 telling people to get out of the way. She literally tries to cut the line. The line's like 40 minutes long. And she rolls up to the front line. She's like, my daughter's working. Like, I get to go to the front. And I'm like, no, you don't. I say, you're going to get in line like everyone else. So she goes and gets in line. So then Minnie finds out that my parents are in line. So now as Minnie is waiting for Donald and Daisy to finish with the guests and to move on to the next one, she spots my family. Oh my God. So she goes over, she starts messing with everything in the scooter. She steals the popcorn bucket. She's running around. She's messing with my stepdad's hair. And meanwhile, all of this, my mother just keeps running into the people in front of her. I cannot tell you how many displays she crashed into at Disney World, but it is far too many. And they probably could sue her for damages. That's all I gotta say.
She's still actively running people over as many. I can't. Like, if there is a Rachel thing, that is that. Like, I literally can't.
So funny.
Literally gosh. Oh my gosh, that is freaking hilarious. I'm gonna ask you one more question before we take a quick commercial break. And I know this is really hard, and I am curious to hear about yours, even though I feel like I may already know. But what is your favorite park and why?
Oh gosh, yes, this is so hard. I honestly feel like the last couple of months I've been tinkering on this because my answer used to be Magic Kingdom.
Same.
And I think that's just because of the nostalgia and it just feels like the magical place and all of that. But I don't know. I used to really love Hollywood Studios. And then when they got rid of the Great Movie Ride and the backlot tour and all that, I was like so upset. But I think Studios is coming back up in my ranking.
Yeah.
Like the park is small. It doesn't take you so long to get across everything. They have so many shows. Like we love the shows, as we know.
Yep.
And Fantasmic. Hello.
Okay.
And you get to sit.
Yeah.
It's a fireworks show that you get to sit down.
Like that sells it for me as it's, and listen, people, it's a really amazing show. Like truly, like I saw it for the first time with Lucia in March and like my mind was blown. She was so kind. She lended me her glasses because my blind self couldn't see anything because, you know, I and she wore her prescription sunglasses. Okay,
yeah,
that's the real one right
his
there.
Glasses. We had been together for 3 days at this point, and I did not even know that he couldn't see anything. So I'd be like, we'd be on the Skyliner, and I'd be like, oh yeah, look over there. Like that's the pool that's closed right now. And he's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, he can't see anything.
Squinting. Yeah, cool.
Fantasmic. And he's like, oh my God, I can't see. I don't have my glasses. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you've been here for 3 days and you haven't said anything.
Walking through blind.
Try my glasses on, see if it works. And he was like, oh yeah, we are pretty close. So then I wore my prescription sunglasses for the show, and he wore these. And he looked good in these, and I was still able to see. So
that's a real one right there. She wore in the pitch black at night, wore her prescription sunglasses for me. You know what? Okay.
Anything
real one. My friends, we're going to take a very quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more chat with me and Lucia. Stay right where you're at.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Wow, it looks like they went on that commercial break and told a friend to tell a friend because we got more people on them. So you know what? Nobody left us. So that's a good thing, right?
There we go. Because we're so entertaining. Thank you, everyone. Hang on.
I'm just going to ask you this now. Please come back on this show very soon. You are always welcome here because I love you so much and we always have so much fun together. And I miss you and I better see you the next time I'm down there. Just saying.
We'll plan better next time.
Yes, we will. Okay, so I have people of all sorts that watch the show, right? And it's like, do you have any tips and tricks that you can think of that you can share for like any first time people going to the parks?
Yeah, for sure. It can be very overwhelming if you are doing any type of research or if you do no research. Yeah. Disney is very much has turned into a place that you kind of have to have a plan if you are trying to, get the most bang for your buck. But there are a million different opinions on how to, go through the day. Like some people get very particular about when you enter Magic Kingdom. Are you going to Adventureland on the left? Are you going to Tomorrowland on the right first? Like which way you go? Or when you go into Mexico, or when you go into Epcot, are you going to Canada or Mexico?
Right. Yep.
So if you are a first timer, don't get overwhelmed by all of the aspects, because I think the most important thing that you want to remember is that you're there to have fun and create those memories that you'll carry with you. And just know that there are so many cast members everywhere that can help you with whatever you need. I cannot tell you how many times I was asked what time the 3:00 parade is. And I want you to think about that question that I just said to you, because I legitimately got this asked all the time. And while I was like, oh my God, are you kidding? I have to remember that people have been like in the heat all day and they're dehydrated and they're tired.
True.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for asking. It's going to be at 3:00 and it's going to start in Frontierland. And if you want to watch it over there, you'll be able to see it from like 3 to 3:20. But if you watch from Main Street, it's not going to start until 3:30. So then they felt like they weren't asking a bad question, which made me feel better. So don't get overwhelmed. There's so much that's happening, and just ask for help.
Yeah. There's so many cast members that are around all the time to help. Mm-hmm. Like that is literally some of their only jobs, like to be, there to help you. So literally that is such a good tip and trick, because people try to go through Disney World blindly and it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's like, you want to have the most of your vacation, and not for nothing. Let's be real here. Disney is not cheap. It's not cheap. And you want to have, make the most and have the best experience possible. For sure. Now, with that being said, for any other newbies or people that are just trying new things, what would you say? And it doesn't matter. It could be a spread out variety of parks, but what are your top 3 must-see like attractions or rides or shows or whatever?
Ooh, okay. Top 3. Well, daytime show, my favorite at Olive Property is the Festival of the Lion King at Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
A real one. There's so much happening around you. They have live singing, and it just tears at the heartstrings.
Every time. Every time.
You just get blown away every single time you see it, even though it's the same exact thing.
Yep. I cry every time. I literally cry every time.
Incredible.
Yeah.
This one's going to be controversial, but my favorite ride, and some people do not agree with this. I love Dinosaur in Animal Kingdom, and I'm getting so sad if it hasn't been officially announced yet, but could get removed. It's funny because as a child, I was so terrified of it. There actually was a time when my mother got me on the ride. Don't know how she did that. But it's just me and her in the vehicle. I am in kindergarten, and we get to the T-Rex, and the ride breaks down.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a little dramatic. I have a little dramatic flair. I literally start hyperventilating that they have to have the EMTs come get me out of this ride.
Stop it right now.
And I did not go on Dinosaur from then until I was a sophomore in college.
And now it's your favorite ride.
It is my favorite ride. And I love it so much. And I even love Indiana Jones at Disneyland more. It's the same exact track, but it's a completely different ride. It's the Indiana Jones theme. And I love that one even more. So that's my favorite ride. Could be controversial. So if you don't like dark, scary things, maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, third thing. I did a ride. I did a show. We already talked about Fantasmic, so we'll say that was my favorite fireworks show.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite snack.
Ooh, that's good.
Favorite snack currently is the pizza spring rolls in Magic Kingdom, the Adventureland cart. They had for the 50th celebration of Walt Disney World, they had a pastrami spring roll that was incredible. So good. But yeah, so right now, probably that or Mickey pretzel.
You can't go wrong with a Mickey pretzel.
And you got to ask for the hottest cheese that they have.
Yeah.
Really, every time I go up, I need you to go through all these containers and find me the most scorching one. Because if it's not hot, it's going to ruin the pretzel.
Okay. I have a bone to pick, though, with Disney because I was on the hunt last weekend for just like really good, like, because you know how they have their regular popcorn, but like my mouth, okay, over 60,000 stubs, like you're tired, you're dehydrated, you want what you want. And calories don't count in Disney. You heard it here, just saying.
Because you literally burn them all off.
In a second. I wanted some fresh cheddar popcorn. Do you know I could not find it anywhere? Not anywhere. Nope.
It's in the Magic Kingdom.
I don't want to talk about it because I couldn't find it anywhere, okay? Don't want to talk about it anymore. But my mouth was salivating for some fresh cheddar popcorn to watch the fireworks with. And every store I went into didn't have it. Oh, you want butter? We have butter. No, I don't want butter. I want cheddar.
Well, here you go. I'm going to give you the lowdown, okay? The two places that I know it definitely is in Magic Kingdom on the side of the confectionery, like across from Tony's Town Square, is where you're going to find it in there. And then in Epcot, they have flavored popcorn, cheddar. They should over by Figment.
Oh gosh, I like need that like in my body. Like I'm still mad about it. If you couldn't tell, I'm still mad. I can't lie.
And they didn't even steer you in the right direction.
No, they were like, "There's butter at this one, and you can refill it in this bucket." I don't want to refill your butter.
But you can refill it for only $2.
And it is pretty good, though. I can't lie. Even just the regular one is pretty good. I settled at one point, but it was just not what I wanted. You know?
So good.
Back to the spring rolls. My niece literally obsessed with them. My sister there's a pepperoni pizza one, I believe, right now as well, right?
Yeah, that's one I said was my favorite.
Oh my gosh! And cheeseburger, was that the other one?
Those are the two that are right now, I believe. Yeah.
Listen, they look good. So if you like, that's up your alley, I recommend. And they're not expensive. They're like $5, I believe. Like for Disney, please. Circle back to fireworks. So I know that your favorite is Fantasmic, number one. Would you say?
Yeah.
Now, rest in peace to Wishes, because I do miss Wishes. And then those that don't know what Wishes is, it was the Magic Kingdom fireworks before Happily Ever After, correct? I know there was a little thing in between. Yeah.
Nope, it went straight into it.
Went straight into it.
Yep.
So good. And it was so good. And I'm telling you, like, before I saw Happily Ever After, I was like, why are they taking Wishes away? Like, whatever, like, nothing can beat it. And I was very mistaken because Happily Ever After is literally so amazing. And it's like one of those things, just like Festival of the Lion King, it gets me every single time. It does not matter how many times I've seen it. There's just something so special about it. And like when Tinkerbell flies, like I just can't. Like it's literally just topped Wishes for me. And like I really can't imagine them getting rid of it. Like I just can't be bothered with that because it's just
So during my second program when I worked in Fantasyland, we had Wishes, right? So I watched Wishes every night at work. Like college program, most of those folks work at nighttime. I watch Wishes every single night. And then my program ended the day before Happily Ever After started. So I did not get to see Happily Ever After right away.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. I was like, how dare they get rid of wishes? This is ridiculous. Like, nothing's ever going to be this good. And the first time I watched Happily Ever After, I was like, okay. And I didn't even watch it at the castle. I watched it from the Polynesian.
Oh.
And it still was good. So I was like, I might have to bite my tongue on this one.
That's how you know. Yeah, exactly.
But I do miss kind of the pre-show that they used to do with Wishes, Celebrate the Magic.
Yeah.
I loved Celebrate the Magic. And I wish they would do something like that for Happily Ever After. Not yet. Fingers crossed.
And I feel like they easily could figure something out that would fit right in. You know what I mean?
No.
Also, my favorite thing to do, one of my favorite things to do, is literally go to Main Street USA, grab a Starbucks, and watch the fireworks show. Am I wrong? Am I lying to the folks?
Kevin loves his Starbucks. The line can be so long, and he's like, I'm going. And I'm like, I'm going to go sit over there. Okay?
I'm going to go sit in the shade. You wait in that line.
People watch while you go get your drink.
There's something about it in a Disney cup. I cannot explain it. It literally just hits completely different.
We should try to steal some cups next time.
Yeah, we should. Because I always
hop over the counter.
Yeah. Hand it over.
Take a whole thing of cups.
So before we end today, do you have anything at all that you'd like to say to the people out there that, you know, are maybe nervous about going, but really want to go, but like haven't quite taken that leap of faith yet?
Yeah, I think if it's something that you're interested in and that it's piqued your interest for a little while, definitely take the leap. Again, try not to get overwhelmed. Do a little bit of research before you go, but know that everyone's going to have contradicting opinions on this is the best thing or this is the best way to go about it.
Yep.
But if you have any sort of inkling for Disney or the movies, any like Disney music, so iconic, it's just so incredibly interwoven. They think of everything.
Yep.
Like you are just immersed in a completely different world when you are there. And it just encapsulates you. And like, it brings me back to being a kid. And like, a lot of people love when they have their childhood memories. Like it's literally indescribable. And I think so many people are like, oh my God, Lucia, like you're so obsessed with Disney. You're a Disney adult. And I'm like, listen, it's something that brings me joy. Yep. And I don't see anyone going around telling all the men that are obsessed with sports that they're sports adults. And I'm like, those people are probably more obsessed than me. So take a seat.
Yep.
I'm going to keep doing me.
We're going to keep getting our Mickey pretzels while they're yelling at a screen, okay? Just saying.
Exactly. I'm there. I'm in the magic, and you're watching it.
And we're getting our steps on, okay? You're watching it. You're watching people work hard, period. I thought of one more question if you have one more second for me.
Of course, always.
See, real one. You know we like our AC cool down time. What's your favorite AC cool down ride spot? Or just chill?
Yeah.
That's important. Like for those that don't know,
is.
A break is important. And like they have different things that you can literally cool off and enjoy a show or a 4D kind of experience. And it really perks you right back up.
For sure. Okay, I'm going to give you one for every park.
Yep.
Animal Kingdom, Restaurantosaurus. It's the restaurant right near Dinosaur. Number one, there are very few places still left on Disney property that have chicken nuggets as opposed to chicken tenders now. And if you were an OG Disney person, you knew that Disney chicken nuggets were superior. They still have Disney chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
So they're always pumping the AC in there because Animal Kingdom's just hotter than everywhere else. Don't ask me the science behind that, but it literally is true.
It really is. It really
I don't
is.
understand. So yeah, that's my favorite one in there. Epcot is so hard because there's literally no shade. Like if you think about walking through the countries, there's no shade. My current favorite place is to go into the Beauty and the Beast sing-along. Mm-hmm. If you have never done the Beauty and the Beast sing-along, it is different than the show at Hollywood Studios. It is a twist on the Tale of Zola's Time, and that's all I'll say, just in case people have not seen it. Yeah. But it is literally, anytime I bring someone to Disney that hasn't been in a long time and hasn't done that, we are doing that.
We went on it.
And it's like 15 minutes.
Yep.
The AC, and you're sitting.
It's
15
fun.
minutes seated.
It's fun. Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom, Mickey's Philhar Magic.
Oh.
So good. Again, if you love Disney music, it's a really cool like 3D show. They have a lot of really great things over there that you can go through all the movies and you're in AC. Again, seated 12-15 minutes. We love that. And then studios. Probably the Frozen sing along or ABC Commissary.
Yeah.
Which actually has really good food. And if you've never tried, they have a buffalo chicken grilled cheese that I had never had until one of my best friends, Alyssa, she had gone there a lot. And she kept talking about it. And I finally got it like 2 weeks ago, and it was so good.
That sounds amazing. That sounds really amazing.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah. That is number one right there. And also, yes to this comment. Like I said, I was literally there last week, and I saw at least like a gluten-free menu on every item. I saw a lot of vegetarian options as well that they did not always have. So 100% this. If you have dietary restrictions, hi, hello, like myself, like there is something for everyone there.
They're really good about that across, like even on the cruise lines, like they are so good about dietary restrictions and making sure that everyone's going to be able to not be stuck with something that they don't want to eat, but actually have an enjoyable meal. Yeah, they're really good about that.
And they still make it like just as enjoyable. Like, for example, hibachi, like not everybody could eat shrimp, let's say. And like they will literally cook yours in the back and bring it to you, and it will still be just as fresh and amazing. Like literally, don't ever be discouraged because of that. We love that. Anywho, so before we end today, what's going on for tomorrow on the Breakthrough Show Network? We have Project Joy Live with the queen herself, Miss Jessica Dugas, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So get in there, get joyed. It's the best way to start your Monday morning. Period. Lucia, thank you so much for being here today. I love you so much, and I felt like I was just having one of our normal conversations with you this entire time. Shout out to my dad. He will kill me if I don't give him a shout out. Happy Father's Day. Love you so much. And to all that are watching, as always, thank you so much for being here. I literally, every time I say the same thing, because I truly mean it. I'm so humbled by anybody that takes the time out of their day to watch me and this show and just anything in general. It really means so much to me. So thank you. And as always, I will leave you with this, my friends. May all your days be filled with pixie dust and your dreams be as magical as a Disney fairy tale. Until next time, my friends, and we will be back. Keep that magic alive. Thank you, Lucia, and we will see you very soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.